Thoughtforms. Thoughtforms, Thoughtforms, Thoughtforms. The wonderful world of Thoughtforms. So I was using one yesterday. Someone I know was having severe anxiety, and they were like they've been having trouble sleeping, I guess, and it's due to this kind of anxiety type thing. So I wanted to send them some kind of energy to help, healing energy. When it comes to like emotional issues, perceived mental issues, and physical issues, I usually go with one healing thing that covers all that stuff. I don't make separate. I don't devise separate healing energies or thought forms for things that, for different kinds of things. I just have I keep it simple. I add colors to them. I don't think you have to. I mean, there are really no hard and fast rules with it, but I just like to do it. So it helps with the visualizations. So what I did is I want to send them some healing energy. So, everything I talk about here, there's always someone that can explain it much better. And that would be, for this kind of stuff, that'd be Regan over at Transforming the Darkness, is really good at explaining how this works. And basically, your imagination comes into play because that is the back end of the reality you live in. You and those around you, who are also you, create what you end up seeing here on the screen. So what I did is I started working up this healing energy, this green energy, and basically all it is just imagining in my mind something that will travel fourth dimensionally to have impact here on the third dimension. I say fourth dimensionally, but it could just be the ether out there, that space in between, however you want to define it. I just sometimes use the fourth dimension as a term because the fourth dimension is a travel dimension in so much as that the concepts and ideas and forces that come from the fifth dimension, and some say even the sixth, to have weight on this third dimension, move through the fourth dimension. These are not mathematical dimensions, it's a whole different thing. So I was in my bedroom, and my bedroom, which is also every other room in my house. I was imagining the green energy, and I usually envision it in like a tube, or much like Regan talks about, in a tube or like a turret of water. It's usually clear, like a see-through, even though it has a color to it, and it feels like it may have the consistency of water. You can actually make it whatever the hell you want, but I think that to have an internal consistency in these things kind of helps to strengthen the thought forms and strengthen their impact on the third dimension. So what I did was I sent a green like tube or a green form, like a spout, almost like a water spout, and I envisioned this in my mind. I know what her house is. I know obviously what she looks like. So I put it, you don't need to know like exactly what they're wearing or exactly what their house is like, but the clearer picture you can make, I think the more of a chance that it's more effective. So I just pictured her in her house, and I pictured sending this torrent over the canal, over to where her house is, and just hitting her, like not hitting her, but interfacing with her, making contact with her. How it affects people when they get it, you can't really control. It's not completely scientific in that way. Almost like a lot of other things that they claim to be scientific. So what I did is I did that. I sent it to her in my mind, but it also helps to do physical movements. To envision, like, all right, now I'm going to work it up, and now I'm going to push it. I do this with shields all the time, too. And again, it sounds goofy, and it's like a Doctor Strange thing, but an internal consistency with your own actions that you come up with yourself, I think just makes it more effective. Or I'm led to believe that it's more effective. I've been led to believe a lot of weird shit, though, so I wouldn't take my my word on that, but I feel like it helps me. Movements. So I move it in my mind, and then there it goes. Shoots over down to her house and interfaces with her space. Then what I did was I used a shield. Shielding was one of the very first things I started doing when I started learning about all this stuff and how it works. I used to think you had to come up with some kind of physical movement, but you really don't. I would oftentimes like make a circle around myself or circle around someone I was with, like one of these type of things. It's like fucking Doctor Strange or something. It's retarded. But, you know, there is truth in a lot of those things. There's truth drops in art. Even if they don't mean to do it, it comes out. And just like I say, the system, the beast system, always seeps in, comes out. Well, there's also the good things. And that goes for signs or repeating numbers or anything like that. Just because you see stuff like that doesn't mean it's bad. Yeah, it could be good, you know? So then after I sent the green, I encased the, I encased her in the shield, thinking that, in my mind, that it would hold it in there. Now, when I want something to keep running, I do something that I refer to as running in the background, just like a computer type thing. And what that does is I'll just set it and let it go. I did something for that when I was trying to clear like a waterway behind houses where I live. And what I did is I set up the parameters of it, how it was going to work, and then let it go. Occasionally checking in with it by remembering, oh yeah, how's that going? Well, let me give some more thought to it to move it along. So you can just set it and leave it in the background. So I kind of did that. I kind of let it just kind of keep going on its own. I wanted to see how she was doing, and she said she got to bed and she feels a lot better. Was that because of me? No, I don't know. Who knows? Does it hurt to try to do that? No. I do it all. I try to do that stuff all the time. I believe it does have an effect, but you know, I'm not certain. Can't be certain. But yeah, that's how thought forms kind of work. Again, like Regan can explain. I think I invoked her name 3 times. She's going to show up on the street here. But the only one I talk about more is probably Roger and KC, or Matt from Conceal. I haven't watched Matt in a while. I like him. He's a good guy. I mean, you know, a lot of these guys are handled. You know, the bigger ones with a lot of subscribers. I'm not saying he is, but I'm not saying he's not. But yeah, she's great at describing this. So she's talking about doing a self-healing, where she's tapping into the earth energies, or by using, again, tubes. That's just an easy thing to visualize, because it's like a straw. Things can move through it. And in a way to heal yourself. I haven't been super good at the self-healing thing yet. Although I say that, my leg is doing really well. My killing joke injury has almost healed itself. So, but yeah, that's just a quick thing on thought forms. Now I'm gonna go look in Ross for something that I can build to hold the camera on my chest, so I don't have to, because I just shot a video before this and it came out okay, but my finger was in the whole fucking thing. I've done that so many times, so I gotta get something that frees up my hands. So hopefully that's gonna be now. That's not information you need, and I apologize for wasting those few seconds to explain that. Don't blame the teacher, blame the school.